Hello and welcome. Today we are going to do few questions on expanding expressions. Expanding expressions. Now, let me start with the question. Expand 2x bracket x minus 5y plus 8. Now, expand means, I'm going to rewrite the question first. 2x bracket x take away 5y plus 8. Now, expand means I have to multiply each term inside the bracket by the term outside. Okay. Now, before we start, 2x bracket, between the 2x and the bracket, a little times is hidden. Multiplication is hidden. So we're going to put the multiplication symbol first. And then, as I told you, we are going to multiply each term inside the bracket by the term outside. Let me start with the first one. The first one is 2x. So when you look at that, this is 2x times x. This answer is 2x squared. So, I'm just going to write the first term as 2x squared. Then, this minus has to come down. I put the minus here. Then, the next arrow is 2x to 5y. So, 2x times 5y is 2 times 5, 10 xy. So, the second term is going to be minus 10xy. Then we have one more term left. So the same rule, you're starting from 2x to 8. And of course, the plus comes here as well. So therefore, now the plus first, then 2x times 8 . 2x times 8 is 16x. So that would be the last term. So therefore your answer is 2x squared minus 10xy plus 16x. I've just repeated the step. Okay. So now let us go to another question. Okay. When I look at this question, you have to do expand and simplify. Okay, in the previous question we did only expanding, but now we do expand and simplify. Okay, now when you look at this question, this 3 has nothing to do. We can leave the 3 as it is. Then minus, you have a bracket. You don't see any number in front of the bracket. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to put a 1, because if nothing means 1x, if it is 1 times this. Now I'm going to rewrite the question as, of course you don't need to do, but 1 times, you have to put a times in between, and then the question becomes bracket 4x minus 9. Okay, again, the 3 is going to stay as it is. Now this time, when we multiply, we are going to start from minus, because the question is minus 1 times this, I have to do minus 1 times 4x. I have to consider the sign as well. So it's minus 1 times 4x, which is minus 4x. So the next term becomes minus 4x. Then, if I bring the sign here, which is minus, then arrow goes from minus 1 to 9. Minus 1 times 9, which is minus 9. So that one is minus 4x. Now you have first that minus comes here and then another minus. This is the product from here. So I'm going to write one more line, which is 3 take away 4x. This minus of minus 9 becomes positive 9. Positive 9. Now, this stage, we have done only expanding so far. Now we have to do simplify. When you want to simplify, you have to collect the like terms. The like terms are 3 and plus 9. So if you combine the like terms, 3 plus 9 gives you 12 and then minus 4x. And this is your answer. Okay? Now, we do another harder question. Okay. Now, the question is still expand and simplify. So, always when you have a question, you must start with the time sign in between this first. You put the time sign first. The next step is arrow going from this to this and this to this. And of course, the minus sign comes in the middle. Here, arrow goes from minus 4 to 3. Then arrow goes from minus 3 to 7x. This minus 7x comes here as well. So, I'm going to rewrite the question. So, 3, I'm going to just expand now. First, I start from this arrow to this arrow. This is starting from 3x times 2x. This is the first term, which gives me 3 times 2, 6 and x squared. So, 3x times 2x gives you 6x squared. Then, this minus comes, which is here. Then I'm going to do 3x times 1, which gives me 3x, and that comes here. Then, next one is, we are going from minus 4 times 3, minus 4 times 3, which is negative 12. So that is the next step, minus 12. Then I have to bring this minus sign down, which is minus 4 times minus 7x, sorry, minus 4 times minus 4 times 7x, which is minus 28x. So that becomes, you have a minus already sitting there, and now I have minus 28x. So now I'm going to write one more line, which is 6x squared minus 3x minus 12, and this groups into positive 28x. Positive 28x. Now, my next step is, this we have done only expanding. Now we have to do simplifying. So I'm just going to collect the like terms. 6x squared, nothing to group with. So I'm just going to write 6x squared as 6x squared. Then, when I look at minus 3x can be grouped with plus 28x. So it's minus 3x plus 28x equal to 25x. Now, 25x, if I write like that, it is not correct. So 25 by itself is plus 25x. Then the the last thing left over is this, which is minus 12, so minus 12. So this is your answer.